What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Happy Memorial Day. God bless our veterans, past, present, and future. If you like what you see and you enjoy the content, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. The channel grows each and every single day because of all of you. This channel wouldn't exist if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for helping this channel to continue to grow and go in the course that it is. Smash that like button, comment in the comment section below, and of course hit the bell to receive notifications. Also, I have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001. The link is always in the description box of each and every single video and short that I upload here on YouTube. Don't forget, I have a current little giveaway that's going on right now. I happen to have those cards in front of me right here that I've been preparing for most of the day yesterday. Should you order cards off of me, I will randomly insert one of any 4 of these guys into your envelope, which I have already started doing. I actually have an order sitting right there that hopefully, if the weather cooperates, I'll walk it to the post office and plop it in the mailbox there, and hopefully you should get it lickety split. So thank you, everybody. I may list some more cards later on. It is now 5 o'clock in the morning. And like always, my insomnia has kicked my rear end, so I've decided to pick up the camera and make myself productive. Why not? What else am I going to do? Watch TV or stare up at the ceiling? I'd rather keep my mind going. But we need to talk about this because I saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen, and it's happening. The drama over these. The Nike Air Jordan 4 White Cement 2025 editions. Now, I got mine early. I decided that I didn't want to deal with the yo-yo bees outside. You know what I'm saying, yo? The yo-yo bees. This thing. Yo, what's up? Yo, 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 yo. And all that stuff. You know, especially your eBay flippers and your resellers and all that crap. I got mine from Sole Priorities, even though I didn't want to pay twice what the sneakers cost. But, you know, I'm an old school cat that grew up with Nike Air Jordans back in the 80s. So we did that already. Thanks, Grandpa. Here they are with the Sole Priorities tag still on them, as a matter of fact. We had these back in the 80s. We were the first ones to do it. So all these young Gen Zers and all the yo-yo bee sneakerhead idiots that are out there and resellers that are here on YouTube talking about, I bought 50 pairs of these to flip. And all the other drama and nitpicking that I've even seen in my own videos about these particular shoes. They're fucking clothing. They're fucking clothing. There are people in this world. I used to be homeless. I've talked about that here on the channel. And I've since rebuilt my life. But even though I still have people trying to come after me and fucking me over, which, of course, you know, you've seen videos of what's going on with me recently. I'm not going to get into it because at this point, it's just annoying to talk about anymore. You know, and I'm kind of just trying to move on at this point until I have to deal with this shit. But I know what it's like not to have a roof over my head. I know what it's like not to be able to have food at my disposal, you know, with the snap of my fingers. Do any of you truly appreciate the value of things like this? And I'm not talking about potential monetary value of flipping. I'm talking about this is fucking clothing. The way some of you guys treat these shoes. Right next to me, I got my 2016s. They're dog. I wear these almost every single day. They are my favorite shoes because this is what we grew up with back in the 80s. And it's a nice nod to my childhood, but this is now 2025. Obviously, you can't live in the past. I mean, it's nice to draw lessons from the past, but this is not 1989. This is 2025. And I proudly wear my dogged 2016s, as scuffed and scraped and messed up as they are. They're by far one of the most comfortable Nike Airs that I have in my personal collection. And I take good care of them. At least I try to. But everybody is making a stink about these. You know what it is? I'm a YouTube content creator. You have to have things to talk about. If you're a reviewer like myself, or, you know, you're trying to sell baseball cards or sports cards or toys or Pokemon, TCG, whatever it is, you have to have product. Breakers, which I've talked about here on the channel, need boxes of cards to break on camera so that they can make revenue from either YouTube or from their little box breaking business or what have you. You know, for myself, I mean, I'm well over 1,000 subscribers at this point. I filed for monetization. There are ads running right now on my YouTube channel, but I got no official word from YouTube whether or not I'm going to get any revenue for this channel. So I have to rely on my sports card sales on eBay to generate revenue for this channel so I can get things like this. The fucking nitpicking that's gone on over these shoes. Grow up. Grow up. They're sneakers. They're fucking clothing. It's just like here. I've talked about, you know, some of the Transformers that I got on at my desk here. They're toys. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm not here, you know, playing in the sand outside in the grass with my toys, and all my grown-up friends are outside playing pew 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 with the Transformers. No. They're cool little statues. They're fidget spinners. They're Rubik's Cubes. There's something to look at. There's something to draw my eye away from the nonsense that's outside. Again, escapism. That's what these are to me. Escapism. You're not going to get laid wearing these shoes, okay? If you think you're going to get laid wearing Michael Jordans, especially you Gen Z content creators out there, and you dumbass sneakerheads, look at the shoe! Look at this! Oh my God, you got to get them right now! First off, nobody talks like that. People talk like me, a normie. Look at the shoe! This is not gold. This is not silver. It's not platinum. This is not going to keep our drinking water clean. This is not going to prevent wars. They're fucking clothing. And you guys are all making a big stink about nothing. If you don't get your sneakers, you don't get them. There are a lot of things I want in life that I can't have. There are a lot of things that have happened to me that I didn't want to have happen, but they did. But the nitpicking and the bullshit that surrounds these shoes, grow up. Grow up. All right, these are not going to make you walk on water. Again, you're not going to get laid wearing these. And most of you guys that are bitching, moaning, whining, and complaining, in particular sneakerheads, and this is why I can't stand sneaker culture, you know, you're doing it to generate revenue for your YouTube channels. Look at the shoes! They're shoes. They're sneakers. You know why I still wear my 2016s right here? Because I know what it's like not to have clothing and shoes. You know, when I was successful in union construction, I could have bought anything at any time. And then when everything fell apart for me for that year, I had nothing. I'm that type of guy that tries to preserve things like this to get maximum usage out of them. I'm not wearing these for prestige or to make a name for myself or to clout chase, which most of these morons do. You know, again, the yo-yo bees. What's up, yo-yo bee? You know, the street rats, the street thugs. They're fucking clothing. There are people out there right now that don't have shoes on their feet. And you're all making a big stink about these shoes. I'm grateful I got stuff like this. Oh, believe me, you go through what I've gone through in my life, you'll appreciate sneakers from 2016 that I can still wear, that I take care of every so often with leather polish or preservatives or conditioner or whatever the hell they call it. You know, I put silicone here sometimes to preserve the rubber. There's almost no cracking, no chipping. There's very little paint coming off of these because I take care of them. And I'm going to wear them until I can't wear them no more. But these things here have caused such a fervor. They're sneakers, for Christ's sakes. And I've seen this in the comments section of the videos I uploaded with these guys, the nitpicking. Buy them or don't. Of course, I don't mind the commentary because everybody, we are human beings and people unfortunately have this stupid thing called thinking and having opinions. I'm very opinionated myself. But when it boils down to it, you're nitpicking over clothing. I'm lucky I have a roof over my head. I'm lucky I'm wearing this hat. I'm lucky I got this shirt. I'm lucky I can afford reading glasses. I have my little castle behind me, which is why I don't make fancy videos. I don't have fancy backdrops and all that stuff because I think it's preposterous and fake. I like things to be stripped down and real because, I don't want anything to be pretentious. Even when I do my Transformers toy reviews, I do it right there on my kitchen counter. Oh, by the way, there's my pink sippy cup. If you ladies and germs remember that. But the way people treat stuff like this, the consumerism, it's sad to see. It's really sad to see. I've given away clothes and sneakers and things like that to people that I know are less fortunate than I am because I've experienced it now. Maybe one day I might give away that unused pair of 2016s like this because I think I talked about it here on the channel. I got 3 pairs of these now. These are the 2025s. Those I just showed you are the ones I wear almost every day because they're my favorite pair of shoes. And then I have one on ice from 2016. Excuse me. You learn to really thank God Almighty for things like this. And I can afford things like this. I didn't want to pay twice what these are valued at. And thank you again to Soul Priorities. They're not paying me or anything like that. But, I decided to avoid all the drama and nonsense that I'm already seeing here on YouTube. They ran out. Some stores dropped them early and they ran out of stock. Oh my God! The world is coming to an end. Henny penny, the sky is falling. The sky is falling. Look out, I didn't get my shoes. Well, shit happens. It's like with the NES Classic years ago. Remember that debacle? Or the Super Nintendo Classic. I'm lucky I got one of each in my little emulator game collection there. But people really, really need to calm down. Yeah, I'm very happy I have a copy of these shoes. I really did not. I almost wasn't going to buy these. I'll be honest with you. Because again, I have 2 pairs of the 2016s. So this to me is a bonus. This is a true privilege. And I'm not talking about leftist white privilege either. What I'm talking about is the fact that I had to grind to raise money to be able to get these in the first place. And I consider myself grateful. I thank the Almighty God for allowing me to be able to purchase something like this. Because I grew up with this kind of stuff. It has sentimental value to me. I'm not out there clout chasing. I'm not out there trying to get laid. And whether or not this causes revenue here for the channel, again, I've tried to monetize this channel. That's not going to happen. With the exception of my eBay sales, I'm not making $1 million. I'm grateful to have these. And everybody else just looks like a bunch of, untamed animals out in the wilderness. I got my shoes. Oh, and look. And you see these guys like doing this kind of stuff on the camera. I'm like, are you? It's clothing. People are bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining over the dumbest shit. I don't only have Nike Air Jordans. I have other brands as well that I wear that are nowhere near the hype of these. Because every so often you have to change up your footwear. Otherwise your feet get used to these shoes. And that's how arthritis and foot problems start. And it can also translate to back issues. That's a fact. Look it up. So I switch it up every once in a while. But mostly I wear Jordans. When I see YouTube content creators buying 50 pairs of these to flip, one, that goes to show what kind of person they are as far as their skills in life are concerned. I went to school for 5 years for plumbing, had a good union job. That came to an end because I've already talked about these issues here on the channel. You can go back and watch my previous videos. But I put those skills to work when I need them, building stuff with my own 2 hands. In other words, it's called being mechanically inclined. And when people are buying these, it's because they're really not good at anything else. I mean, if you become a YouTube content creator and, you talk about these sneakers in a different light, especially if you wear them like I do, you could be a success. A lot of content creators, again, I'm not bashing every content creator. There are a lot of good guys like Sneaker Files. I love his content. He's always talking about new drops. Sometimes he reviews shoes as well. Sneaker Files is a great content creator. And guys like him. And some of you ladies out there as well. But the rest of you, look at the shoes! And literally, and forgive the gesture, you know what I'm referring to here. It's like, you need to calm down. I even see guys in a toy collecting space doing this kind of stuff. It's consumerism gone berserk. These are not going to make you walk on water. These are not going to give you superpowers like Superman or Spider-Man. You're certainly not going to get laid with these. So what's the fucking problem? Look, it's got that little thing over here and a little dent in it. The leather is this and it's cheap and that. So don't buy them. Don't buy them. Don't buy them. If you don't like them, don't buy them. If you're going to be so critical of these, don't buy them. I almost didn't buy them. But because I'm a child of the 80s, I'm a kid of the 80s, I got them for nostalgia and escapism, which is the point of me holding these, just like these. And I'd be honest with you, even though the 2016s versus the 2025s, these are as close to the 89 ones as possible. There's still a charm about wearing these that I deeply appreciate. And besides, I'm almost 50 years old. Do you really think I give a shit about some 20-something spoiled brat bitch trying to, be Mr. Hip-Hop gangster lord, walking around with his, pants down to his ass? Yeah, look at me. I'm a 50-year-old grown man until people start paying my rent and my bills and all that stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm ready for a haircut. Until people start paying for my haircuts and things like that, I really don't care. They're goddamn shoes. It's clothing. Stop that. It's consumerism gone berserk. And you all need to calm down. This is one of the great problems in this depraved republic that we live in. It's called monkey see, monkey do. It takes me a lot to sit down and make a decision as a consumer whether or not I buy product. Many of you have seen me open up plenty of boxes of baseball cards and things like that. It's because it piqued my interest to a point where I'm like, all right, let me see what I can do here. And a lot of it's been fun. But I'm taking a bit of a time out because, hey, man, I got to put money back in my pocket. As a matter of fact, there might be one or two big boy slabs that I might be listing for sale over at my eBay store that I have right in front of me. I'm actually doing some research right now to comp these guys to see exactly what it is that I'm going to probably maybe sell these for. I'm not sure yet because these are out of my PC. But it gets to a point where you have to stop and take a look. In the sports card space, there's a story going around. I think Dan the Card Man and a few other content creators, I think Sports Card Dad, Neo Cards and Comics, quite a few guys talked about this, that there's a guy who put himself in $300,000 in debt buying basketball cards, I believe. You guys can quote me in the comments section below. It goes too far. And again, the only reason I bought these, besides the nostalgia reasons, is because I was able to generate enough sales from eBay to be able to buy these for myself. And of course, review them, et cetera, in a normal, humane way. Not like Crazy Eddie from back in the 80s. You guys remember him? Oh, look at the shoes. We're going insane. Stop that. They're shoes. They're clothing. Did you see that? I dropped them on the floor. They're not like a nuclear bomb or plastic explosive. All right, they're not going to come up from behind me and float with magical powers. They're not going to make me walk on water. Calm down. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Take care, everybody.